Well, you can only get sweet Vidalia onions during the spring and during the summer. Southeast Produce Weekly's Chip Carter, though, tells us where the sweet onions you buy from the grocery store now come from.
I'm in Reidsville, Georgia, home of the big sweet onion. Now, this is a monument to the Vidalia onion. That's the onion that built this town, that built this part of Georgia, built an entire industry. But we're not here today to talk about Vidalia onions. We're here to talk about their cousins, Peruvian sweet onions. This is John Shuman of Shuman Farms. John, you've been one of the leaders both in the Vidalia deal and in the Peruvian import deal. Years ago, Vidalia was so popular, that onion was so popular, people demanded more and year-round. Well, it can't be done because of the weather.
Couldn't do it in Georgia, and we tried, but just we can only grow one crop in Georgia. And you're right, the Vidalia onion created a whole brand new category in the supermarket, and it just took off. And retailers looked around when they were gone and said, "Hey, you know, we want this onion year round," and we just couldn't deliver it. So a lot of us in the sweet onion business, we had the infrastructure, we had the steel, so we turned to South America. You know, we bumped around Brazil, Chile, Ecuador, and finally landed over 20 years ago in Peru, and it's just an ideal environment. They're below the equator. Their seasons are 6 months opposite of ours, so we're heading into December. They're, wintertime, they're heading into summertime. So it's harvest season in Peru. We're bringing fresh sweet onions in through the port of Savannah. It's a tremendous economic driver for the state of Georgia and also for the produce industry in the Southeast.
Not only does that let them have a sweet onion in the wintertime and year-round around the calendar, but that Peruvian onion is actually creating jobs in the United States from the port of Savannah and beyond.
No, it is. You think of imports, you think of, the American job, how does that connect? Well, it connects very well because here at Shuman Farms, our Peruvian sweet onion program is a 6-month program, and it employs our staff for 6 months of the year. And without it, we would be, it would be a tremendous cost for us to maintain our staff. So really the only difference between the Peruvian sweet onion and the Vidalia sweet onion when you talk about jobs is we don't have the H-2A labor here in America. So we're not harvesting here in America, we're harvesting in Peru. Outside of that, every job that touches, the Vidalia sweet onion touches the Peruvian sweet onion. So it's an economic driver for our local community, but also our state because we're supporting the Georgia Ports Authority, which is 8% of Georgia's GDP.
A quarter of a century later, it is clear that the Peruvian experiment is an American success. In Reidsville, Georgia, I'm Chip Carter from SoutheastProduceWeekly.com, reporting for RFD-TV.
Yeah, as always, thank you, Chip. Now, Peruvian onions usually last well into March before Vidalia season begins again in late April.